How have you been today?
It's been a great day. I think that my sixth graders are really getting ready for their math test that's coming up on Monday. I'm excited for our swim meet coming up tonight. We're hosting a lot of teams here. It's going to be our first home meet of the season, and it should be a great time tonight.
So could you please tell us what you do at the school?
Sure. So in addition to being the sixth grade math and science teacher, I also get to coach both middle school and high school swimming, as you're aware. And I also get to work with another great leader here at our school, Mr. Nurteki. We run our ski and snowboard club. And so we have a lot of fun on Sundays taking a whole bunch of our students down to snow trails in Mansfield, Ohio.
So you teach at Danbury. What got you into teaching?
Yeah, so, I always really loved school growing up, not always the homework, but I really enjoyed being in school. And from a young age, I always wanted to be a teacher. When I was in school, I did struggle at times in math and in some of my sciences and things, but I had some really great teachers who inspired me. They were always there to provide help and answer questions, and I'm just a naturally curious person. So when I got to college, I knew I wanted to be a teacher still, and I wanted to be able to be that supportive teacher who could help students explore some of their interests, right, and learn and have those kind of like aha moments. And so that's why I got into teaching.
So you say you struggled at math and science, but yet you're a science and math teacher. How does that work?
So that's actually kind of ironic. Oftentimes when you go to like conferences and things with other teachers, you more often than not, you find teachers who are teaching like their subject, math, science, or language arts, social studies, and they might be teaching that thing because they maybe weren't super good at that in school. I still got decent grades in school on those subjects, but I had to work harder than most of my classmates did to get those grades. So as teachers, we kind of find that we pick those subjects because we enjoy them, and we know that if we put the hard work in, you can often be successful.
Yeah. So out of the two subjects you do teach, what's your favorite?
So I really am enjoying math, but I have to say I'm still a science nerd. So I still really like science. I love the hands-on activities we get to do. I love learning about the natural world around us, and that's kind of what science is all about. So we do a lot of projects in science activities throughout the year in sixth grade, and I really love running all of those.
All right. So you do coach swim. So how do you think the swim season is going to be this year?
Well, so I would say that as far as middle school goes, we've had a very successful middle school season this year. We're getting kind of close to the end. We only have about 3 weeks left in middle school. We're going to wrap that up here in the beginning or middle of December, but there's been a lot of great growth from all those swimmers. High school season started about a month ago. We had our first meet the other day, and we have our second meet tonight. So I think that we have a lot of promise in our team this year. I'm looking forward to a lot of new PRs and other fast swims. I'm looking forward to hopefully a lot of good strong practices and things moving up, especially over winter break. We're going to have a lot of good work put in so we can see those results come end of January and February.
So sports requires like a lot of passion and dedication. So what got you into swimming?
Yeah, so swimming was one of those things actually. Kind of like Danbury, our school, although we were bigger, we didn't really have much of a swim team my freshman year in high school. So myself and a few other guys, we kind of came together and helped to refound our swim team. I really got into swimming because it was a sport where, although I loved soccer and baseball, if you put in the effort in swimming, you're going to see the results for you individually. So swimming's a great sport, kind of like track, where you can put in that hard work as an individual and you can qualify for districts and states as individuals, but also by doing that hard work individually, you can support your teammates and encourage them to work hard and still have that team aspect of the sport as well. So whether it's relays with teams or individual events as just a single swimmer, I love the idea that you could shine both as a team and also as an individual in that sport.
So did swimming ever help you with your teaching career?
Absolutely. So I actually swam throughout all 4 years of college. And I would say that the skills and the work ethic that you learn as being an athlete, a swimmer, whether it's just swimming or other sports, that dedication and that work ethic can really help you academically as you're going through, whether it's high school or college, or as a teacher. You have to learn good time management skills. You have to learn the ability to persevere when something gets tough. To push through and find that little extra strength to make it through that practice or that assignment or getting ready for the next day as a teacher.
So for you do ski club too, right? Mm-hmm. So where is your favorite place to ski in this area?
So in this area, I grew up skiing at a kind of small ski resort in Northeast Ohio. I actually really enjoy snow trails where we go in Mansfield, Ohio. It's about an hour and 45 minutes away from here. But if I get the chance to travel a little bit further away, so maybe 3 to 4 hours or even a little bit further, I really enjoy going out to New York. Peak and Peak was a place that I grew up going with my family, doing things out there, but also Holiday Valley has a lot of great ski slopes, and so I still enjoy getting out on the slopes, hitting with skis. I also do snowboard, so that's fun too to get out sometimes.
So what would you consider that you're better at, skiing or swimming?
Skiing or swimming?
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, so I worked kind of in both areas, right? So obviously I coached swimming. I was a lifeguard for all of high school and all of college, and I taught some lessons throughout all of that. So, I mean, I would say that I probably have more experience in the swimming realm just from the amount of teams that I was on and the coaching I've done in those areas and the lessons I've taught. But I also was a ski and snowboard instructor, too, for like 6-7 years. So I have done a lot of those things as well. I say probably more experience swimming. And I have a lot of fun on the weekends doing the skiing.
All right. So the last question. So rumor is that you drive like crazy vehicles to work. So could you like tell us the story behind that?
Sure. So I can't take credit for all those vehicles, right? So one of the vehicles that I own myself, I purchased a number of years ago, was my motorcycle. I have always, from the time being a kid, I've always dreamed of having a motorcycle. I never did growing up. I didn't have the money to buy it and things like that. And I also was kind of glad I waited because motorcycles can be dangerous, right? So I always make sure I wear my helmet and jacket and stuff. But I just love being out in nature. I kind of talked about that with science. And so being on a motorcycle, I take like road trips on it. I've done like 8 days camping with 2,000 miles through Michigan and up around the UP. So the motorcycle is one I bought. I have, a Ford Escape. That's not super exciting, right? That's just an SUV. The other two vehicles that I do drive here to school sometimes, those are they're actually technically my dad's vehicle, but we work on them together. So they're kind of shared vehicles. One is a yellow dune buggy, which is modeled after a 1972 Volkswagen Beetle. And so it's fun. It's kind of a whole custom car. We have to fix a lot of stuff on that often because it is old and custom, so it tends to break. The other one is a relatively newer vehicle. My dad also just bought that. He gets great deals on cars. He knows people, so he bought that. It's a 1999 Mazda Miata, fun little car. Both the dune buggy and Miata are stick shift, and I grew up driving stick shift. My first two cars I had in high school were stick shift cars. Now my Escape is not, so it's nice to get back to have a stick shift again. And they're both convertibles, which is nice.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mohit.